Hey guys, Shane here with One Shift at a Time. It's been a minute, I know, sorry about that. Just didn't have a lot of content to cover over the summer, but we're going to start off here with, it is opening night in the NFL tonight, so let's start some power rankings. I'm going to just try and keep these just to a top 10, because of course the NFL and the NHL seasons are going to overlap, and I'm not going to have time to do both in the full extent that I do with the NHL ones, which I do want to continue doing every team in the NHL, but top 10 for the NFL, so without any further ado, let's get right into her. Number 10, we got the Seattle Seahawks. They had a hot and cold year last year. They did win the NFC. They started very good and they ended very good. They had a slump in the middle. They got to get some protection from Russell Wilson there, otherwise things are still not going to look good. But I think that they are going to claw their way back into the playoffs this year. There's no doubt that this offense is one of the best offenses in the league. They put up points like no one's business. So I'm not worried about the offense. The question, as always in Seattle, is their defense. Number 9, we got the Tennessee Titans. They also won the AFC South last year, so they had a good year last year. They were on the shoulders of Derrick Henry. He was going to be huge again this season, I think. They finished 11-5, and Ryan Tannehill was just starting to look good. I can see him taking that next step forward, maybe even becoming an elite quarterback. We'll see. I think this is his year. He's either going to step up or go back into obscurity. We'll see. Number 8, we got the San Francisco 49ers, and we got another quarterback here who's on a very short leash. They were not healthy last year, so I don't want to base much off last year, but they are healthy this year, and I think they're really going to do some damage. But that's saying that Garoppolo is on a tight leash because of the play of Trey Lance. So look for Garoppolo to be the starter and go through most of the games. If he does falter, though, I think they do move to replace him quickly. They got George Kittle, and the pass rushing gives the defenses nightmares there. So again, if they're healthy, this is a very good team. Number 7, moving right up, is the Los Angeles Rams. They, with the addition of Matthew Stafford, I think they added that last piece to the puzzle, perhaps that they need with Robert Wood and Cooper Kupp. They have great D, and a lot didn't change, so I think they're going to have great D again this year. So with improved offense and good D, I think LA could be really making some moves and challenging for the division there. Number 6, we got the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson did have an off season last year, especially in his passing numbers. His run game is great, but he is one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the league, right up there with Patrick Mahomes, of course. I think Mahomes is obviously better, but Lamar shows shades of it. And 2 years ago, he was absolutely insane. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So if that continues, I think they have an underrated defense in Baltimore. I think they're better than a lot of people get that together. Put those two things together, and they potentially have a good team. I think all of this is going to sit on Lamar Jackson and how he can play this year. And then we have number 5. Wow. What a difference a couple years can make. The Cleveland Browns, 2 seasons ago, Bud Light was going to give away free beer to everyone in the city of Cleveland through these vending machines that opened on a time block if the Cleveland Browns ever won a game. It was almost 2 full seasons without them winning a game, so one can understand why that was a thing, but things have changed, and now they are number 5 in the power rankings, and with Mayfield, Chubb, Hunt, that's just insane for the running. Then with the wide receivers, you got OBJ and Landry. OBJ wasn't healthy at all last year, and they still made some good noise, winning their first playoff game, I believe, since the Super Bowl era. So just crazy. Definitely the first since the first team relocated to Baltimore. So with Clowney and Myles Garrett on defense, this is a very strong team, and I think they can maybe bring some happiness to Cleveland. We'll see. I don't know, though. There's a lot of these 4 teams ahead of them are all really good, and I'm sure most of you have figured them out now. We got number 4, the Buffalo Bills, and wow. No pressure here at all, Josh Allen. You just have to repeat the greatest season Buffalo quarterback has had since the 90s. But hey, I think if anyone can do it, it's him, and he's got the whole city on his shoulders for sure. Will they improve? Will they improve enough to beat the Chiefs? That's going to be the question, because obviously the road to the Super Bowl is most likely going to go through them. So they need to be able to beat the Chiefs, and they need to be able to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. We'll see. I mean, their run game is awesome. They also have Stephon Diggs, who lit the league up last year. Just an absolutely insane combo, that Allen to Diggs last year. Let's just see if Allen is the real deal, or again, with these quarterbacks, you never know if they have just one good season and then they regress. I mean, Cam Newton looked like Superman that one year, and then now he's dropped right out of the league, can't even getting a starting job for the Patriots there this season. So you never know with quarterbacks. It can be a short lifespan. Number 3, we got the Green Bay Packers, and here we have a long-term quarterback, and that, of course, is Aaron Rodgers. He managed to eke out one more season here in Green Bay. The way things sounded in the offseason, I'd be surprised if it was much more than one. This was crazy. He barely made it to training camp. He missed all the optionals. There was a lot of a roller coaster there in Green Bay this offseason to get this team on the field, but it is a damn good team. I think Rodgers convinced them to bring back Randall Cobb. That was a great move. Other than that, I mean, just they were one of the top scoring teams in the league. I believe they were the number 1 scoring team in the league last year, and we'll look for that to continue. Aaron Rodgers is a bad man, as he is known, and on any given Sunday he can lay her down there. So I would definitely always be worried about Green Bay. This may be their last kick at the can, though. Number 2, we do have the Kansas City Chiefs. Which of course obviously makes number 1 obvious too, but I don't think there's a really surprise that they're number 2 because of the way the Super Bowl ended. I mean, you can't lose to the team and be number 1 in the power rankings without any action since then. They kept a lot of their players. I think that they're out to prove everyone wrong here, to prove that they were the better team and that was an off game. And I think they're going to have a chip on their shoulder, and it's going to help them a lot this season. They would be a scary team to play. I mean, what do you say about them? They have obviously Patrick Mahomes, who's the heir apparent best quarterback in the league. Maybe this is the season he takes it over. Who knows? I mean, it could happen anytime here. And of course, he's got the support in Travis Kelce. He's got Tyreek Hill. I mean, just to name a few. Kansas City is stacked, and it's going to be another great season. And that, of course, is going to bring us to your number 1 team, your reigning and defending Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They literally brought the whole team back. I don't know that anyone was let go or walked away from this team. I think a lot of them have that mentality that comes right down from Tom Brady, is to take less money to win. Everyone wants to win. It seems that he turned that whole team into the Tom Brady way in one season, and they won the Super Bowl, so I don't think anyone is going to argue with it. I think that it is up to the Chiefs, the Bills maybe, the Packers, to stop this. Most people already think it's a done deal, that they've got this second Super Bowl. Almost every the booking numbers and everything are just insane for the preseason to just be going, and obviously, as I said tonight, they kick off against the Dallas Cowboys, but a lot of people have them winning it all. So it's up to those other teams to try and win it, and that's why we play it, because it's exciting and we don't know exactly what's going to happen. So I'm looking forward to a great year of football. I hope you are too. If you did like this video, please give it a like, a subscribe, share it around, and as always, we'll see you in the next episode. Take care, guys.